Alvar Emberumanar Jiyar Thirudigade Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudigade Sharanam. Very important question. In the olden days, people get Samashayanam from an Acharya first by doing some service, kainkaryam, to the Acharya and impressing him, and then only they get Samashayanam. And after getting Samashayanam also, they stay with Acharya and perform kainkaryams, take his guidance and live by that. And then they get moksha. But nowadays we see that people get Samashayanam very easily, and subsequently also they are not doing any service, any learning from the direct Panchasamskara Acharya or even other Acharyas who teach. Will they get moksham? That is the question. It's a very long question, but it's a very important principle to understand. In our Sampradayam, it is very much emphasized that to get moksham, one must have desire to get moksha, and one must have detachment from this material pleasures and enjoyments. This is compulsory. Without this, there is no question of moksha. Bhagavan simply cannot give moksham to one who does not desire for it. So it is compulsory whether we get samashayanam or not. When we have the desire, when we have the proper attitude, it is up to Bhagavan to recognize that and grant moksham for an individual. But in general, getting panchasamskaram is considered as the first step because Bhagavan has guided an Atma towards an Acharya, and taking that guidance after acquiring an Acharya, that Shishya, that disciple, should serve the Acharya, learn from that Acharya, and practice our Sampradaya principles as per the guidance from the Acharya who is giving guidance based on Purvacharya's instructions. It is a very simple thing. We have to first depend on an Acharya who is conducting himself according to Purvacharya's instructions. That Acharya should first be completely free from materialistic desires, should be fully focused on practicing what he has learned from the elders, and must be eager to guide others and reform others. So that is the first condition. Because even if the Acharya himself is not having that interest, then how can the disciple be able to progress? So either Samashayana Acharya or Jnanacharya, whom this disciple is depending upon, must be fulfilling that responsibility of being an Acharya. Then only there is going to be a real result in this world. Because getting Bhagavan's mercy, getting Acharya's connection has twofold benefits. One is Drishta Prayojanam, what is happening in this world when we are living, the benefits which we can see with our own eyes right now, and we can feel and understand. And then there is Adrishta Prayojanam, that is benefit which is to occur after we give up this body and in the next stage. For Adrishta Prayojanam, as I said before, the individual's desire towards moksham and his detachment towards samsara is very, very important. And to some extent, that will come by the teachings and the grace of Acharya also. So that is for the Adrishta Prayojanam. For Drishta Prayojanam, one has to live like a Sri Vaishnava. For that, one has to depend on someone who is fully situated in Purvacharya's instructions. The lifestyle which Purvacharya's shown, that lifestyle must be adapted by the Acharya whom the disciple is depending upon. As I told, for some persons it may be the Samashayana Acharya, for some other persons it may be Jnanacharya. But whoever they depend for their daily life, for the proper conduct as a Sri Vaishnava, they must depend on someone who is already practicing. If the person who is teaching, the Acharya, he himself is driven behind materialistic desires, materialistic aspirations, then the Shishya will also be like that only. Yata Raja Tata Praja, they say, right? Like the king, the citizens will be. Like father, like son. Like Acharya, like disciple. So we must carefully depend upon a practicing Sri Vaishnava, an Acharya, a Sri Vaishnava who is having these ideals. Maybe he is not 100% perfect. Nobody may be 100% perfect. But his intent should be to live by the Purvacharya's words as best as possible in the current situation. So when one person depends on such Acharya, naturally their Drishta Prayojanam, that is their current worldly life, that will also be synchronous with Purvacharya's instructions, in harmony with Purvacharya's instructions. So this Drishta Prayojanam, living a Sri Vaishnava life, living the life which is envisioned by our Purvacharyas, that will happen only if the Acharya whom the disciple is depending upon, if that person is guiding the disciple properly. If the, let's say, if the Shishya goes to the Acharya and is asking, what should I do for my livelihood? Should I aim for more promotion, more money, and so on? The Acharya should ideally say that don't focus on those things. Live your life peacefully. Live your life with whatever you have with satisfaction. Don't be greedy. Don't aim for more and more money, fame, wealth, and all that. Rather, you keep whatever you have and earn whatever you need, absolutely. And be satisfied with that. Focus more on Sampradaya principles. If you can fully engage in Kainkaryam, that is great. But if you can't do it, at least have your focus on Kainkaryam, build your life around Kainkaryam, but do some materialistic job or activities to earn some money so that you can live comfortably. So, depending on the level of the Shishya, the Acharya should guide accordingly and lead the Acharya to a better spiritualistic life. If a person is working and making money and so on, the Acharya should teach the disciple, induce the disciple towards total Kainkaryam, at least in 5-10 years. The Acharya should suggest that, okay, now you are doing this, it's okay. It is not possible for you to give up everything, but plan for something in the next 3-4 years, 5 years, 10 years. So that is how the Acharya should guide. And if the Acharya is guiding properly like that, the Shishya who depends upon such Acharya will have a peaceful and comfortable life here also. And naturally, when we depend upon such Acharya, our Atma Gunams, noble qualities, our outlook towards materialistic desires, all of that will change, all of that will improve. we will become a better Sri Vaishnava as envisioned by Purvacharyas. So the responsibility lies more on the Acharya in guiding the Shishya towards worldly detachment and towards attachment towards Bhagavan. And if the Shishya is sharp and is good, he will take the guidance of such Acharyas and progress. Even if the Acharya gives all the good knowledge by personal examples and conduct and so on, if the Shishya still fails, then nobody can help such Shishya. Because when Bhagavan gives up an Atma, he doesn't give up usually, but if he doesn't give full focus on an Atma, in such case, Acharyas, Bhagavatas will help such Atmas. That is what Alvas and Acharyas did. And if Alvas and Acharyas and current Acharya also give up on a particular Atma, disciple, then there is no hope for that person. So, Acharyas should mercifully try to reform the Shishyas as best as possible, and Shishyas should follow the instructions of Acharyas and progress spiritually. If either one fails also, the life in this material world, this current life, will not be up to the standards which are set by Purvacharyas. But ultimate benefit, that is in the hands of Bhagavan. We have to constantly pray for that ultimate benefit of eternal kainkaryam to Bhagavan, and it is up to Bhagavan to grant that when we give up this body. And for that also, Acharya's guidance will be definitely an added boost and an important constituent. So all of these have to be thought about. It's a lengthy answer. We have to think deeply and follow these aspects so that we get both Drishta Prayojanam and Adrishta Prayojanam. Alvar Emberimanar, G.R. Tirudi Shanam, G.R. Tirudi Shanam.
Koil.org has published a variety of Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam books in different languages. A wide range of books covering different topics from absolute beginners to advanced level knowledge seekers are available at books.koil.org. Books can be ordered via email koil.org@gmail.com or WhatsApp. For details, please contact mobile numbers 8220-151966, 9600-595273